What's going on, Minties? This is Omar from Near Mint Condition, and today I'm going to be looking at the graphic novels and trade paperbacks and omnibuses that I'm going to be picking up in the month of March. And sadly, talk about some cancellations. So stay tuned. And welcome back. Now, Strider may or may not join me. He's down here somewhere. I got his little play area here ready, but I'm sure he's chewing on a toy that he shouldn't be chewing on. So, I don't know. He may join us here for a little cameo. So let's get the bad news out of the way. We knew that DC was going to be canceling more books. We talked about it the last time. So right off the bat, I just found out about this a couple of days ago. They canceled Batgirl Burnside Omnibus, the newly reprinted Absolute Dark Knight, and here's some books that I just found out about literally yesterday. Border Town Volume 1, Batman the Dark Knight Master Race, the Black Label Edition, Joker, Lovers, and Madmen, Shazam by John's Deluxe hardcover. That's one that actually surprises me because of the movie. Electric Warriors, Batman Endgame Essentials Edition, Impulse Runs in the Family. God dang it, I didn't read that before. That's one that they've canceled the freaking omnibus and saying that it wasn't high enough demand or that the printing quality wasn't going to be good enough for an omnibus, so they were going to give us a series of trade paperbacks. Infinite Crisis Essential Edition, Batman Long Halloween Modern Classics, JLA Year 1, the new printed edition, JLA Tower of Babel Essentials, Batman Black Glove Essentials. Seems like they don't know what to do with these essentials. Justice League 0 Hour, which kind of makes me a little worried about the 0 Hour Omnibus. And the one that has broken my heart, Aquaman Volume 3 by Peter David. Canceled. Now, there are some good news because we thought that Absolute Swamp Thing and New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 4 had been canceled, but they've just been resolicited for a later time this year. So hopefully some of these will come back. I don't know. It just really sucks because I was really looking forward to a complete set of Aquaman by Peter David, and it doesn't look like it's in the cards. So yeah. We know that a lot of people have lost their jobs, so that always sucks. So I don't know what they're going to do. I know Dan Didio did an interview recently where he talked about they were going to cut 15% of their collected editions. So I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe they should print by demand. Maybe that's a way. I don't know. I really don't have any solutions. So let's look at the week of March. We're going to look at this week by week. What do you have in your mouth, man? Are you even supposed to be chewing on that? Give me a second. No. He wasn't supposed to be chewing on that. By the way, I have this Battle Angel Alita box set here because it is out of stock. I noticed that because of the movie, a lot of people have been buying it. It's not out of print. Not yet, anyway. So keep your orders open wherever you've got them, like at Amazon. Don't cancel them just yet, because we probably will get another reshipment of these. And awesome. I love when manga and books sell out. Not go out of print. Okay, so, first thing, March 6th. Earth X Trilogy, Volume 2. I guess this is the Omega. So this is what wraps up the trilogy. Kind of confusing since they call it a trilogy. There's only 2 books. So this collects Paradise X Heralds 1 through 3, Paradise X 0 through 12, Zen X, A Special Edition Paradise X, and Ragnarok 1 and 2, and Nighthawk 1 through 3. Yeah, so I'll be picking that up because I picked up the other one, the Alpha. There's Marvel Captain Marvel Art of the Movie. I never get those. Fantastic Four Volume 1 Forever. This is the new Dan Slott and Sarah Pacelli run, collecting issues 1 through 4. $15.99 for 4 issues. Doesn't seem like a lot. Avengers by Jason Aaron Volume 2 World Tour. This seems to be 2 covers. I've never really seen much of this, of trade paperbacks. There's a DM cover by Shaw, and then your standard cover by Ed McGuinness. Huh. I'll be getting those in hardcover because we know they're going to come. And then there'll be an omnibus, and I'll be an idiot and triple dip. X-Men Red Volume 2, collecting 6 through 11. I love that series. I hope they get a big size trade paperback or a hardcover. X-Men Black, this collects the little mini-series like Juggernaut and Emma Frost and Magneto. Let's see. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Volume 10, Marvel Knights Punisher by Garth Ennis Complete Collection Volume 1. Interesting that they're going that route. I guess the Omni sold really well. Star Wars Ewoks Flight to Danger. No thanks. Wolverine Epic Collection Back to the Basics. I'm going to say a hell yes. I love Epic Collections. And this collects Wolverine 17 through 30, Wolverine Nick Fury, the Scorpio Connection. I love that graphic novel. And the Wolverine Jungle Adventure, another graphic novel that I love. So I highly recommend that one. While not the greatest run on Wolverine, this is right before the Larry Hama and Mark Silvestri years. It was John Byrne, so you get a lot of his art. Archie Goodwin. Exiles Volume 2, I believe this is the last Exiles book before he got canceled. And this collects issues 7 through 12. What's up, Strider? There he is. Let's see, as far as DC, we got Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman Deluxe Edition, Batman and Harley Quinn trade paperback, Flash The Silver Age Volume 4 trade paperback. Here's one for me. Catwoman by Jim Valiant Volume 2. Did not think this was going to make it. I thought this was going to get canceled, but collects issue 0, Annual 2, Showcase 95, number 4, and issues 14 through 24 of Catwoman. And, sorry, I keep an eye on him, making sure he doesn't chew on anything. Let's see. JLA New World Order Essential Edition. So not all the Essentials are canceled. Surprised by that. Justice League Dark Volume 1, The Last Days of Magic. Here's one for me. Promethea. Because the Omnibus broke my heart. Waited on it for 5 years. Never came. Collecting issues 1 through 12, plus the script for issue 3. This is the new deluxe hardcover edition. So that's the way I will be getting it. Wildstorm Volume 3. Let's see, as far as other releases, Adventures of Time Sugary, Walking Dead Volume 31. Good God, that thing is still going. And as far as manga, there is Bleach 2-in-1, Volume 25, which I wish I had collected that way. I know the paper quality isn't as good, but it's so much cheaper to get them that way. And speaking of omnibus formats of manga, there's One Piece Volume 27, collecting 3 issues. So if you don't pick it up, if you haven't picked up the single trades, get the bigger 3-in-1s. Anyway, if you want to try it out. The paper quality isn't as good, but I think it's a good place for people to start. Moving on to the week of the 13th, the day before my birthday. All right, you can chew on that, man. Marvel Masterworks Daredevil Volume 13 with 2 covers. There's the DM edition and then the limited edition. The standard edition and limited edition. Defenders Best Defense, War of the Realms Prelude. I'm hoping these are going to be collected in an omnibus or a hardcover. Oh, yeah, it's going to be an omnibus or a hardcover. Come on, it's Jason Aaron. Domino Volume 2. Loving this series so far. Kicking all kinds of ass. Death of Wolverine Companion. I'm surprised they didn't do an oversized hardcover of this, because this collects the Wolverines run 1 through 20 and an issue of Nightcrawler and an issue of Wolverine and the X-Men. Let's see. Decades Marvel 60s, Iron Man Epic Collection, The Return of Ghosts. I love Epic, so I will be getting this. This collects issues 233 to 244, Iron Man Crash and Marvel Fanfare 22 to 23 and 44. Gambit Thieves World, we'll be picking that up too, yes. Shoot, this is going to be an expensive week. Fantastic Four Heroes Return Complete Collection. For the first time ever, the Fantastic Four, when they came back from the Heroes Reborn universe, are now collected. And this is the first time we've had a collection like this. I was hoping for an omnibus that would collect the Scott Lobdell and Chris Claremont run, but this is a good start. Collecting issues 1 through 15, the half issue and annual 98, and the crossover with issue 14 of Iron Man. That's by Scott Lobdell and Alan Davis. So get it for the art, if anything. Only one DC book this week, and that is Batman and Deathstroke, or Batman versus Deathstroke. This is the new Deathstroke run, written by Christopher Priest. BPRD, Hell on Earth, Volume 5, wrapping up that series and hoping they continue. Dark Horse continues doing more of these hardcovers because I love them. This collects the traits 12 and 13 and 14 because 14 was and 15 because 14 was collected in Volume 4. The numbering is confusing, but this is their suggested reading order. Vampironica, Volume 1. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Oblivion Song, Sleepless, Shadow Man, Volume 3. That's a big Valiant book. Moonstruck, Volume 2, and Leviathan, Volume 1. Treasures Retold, The Lost Art of Alex Toth. I love that dude's artwork. And as far as manga, let's see. The Full Metal Alchemist, complete 4-panel comics. That's cool. Not a hardcover, though. I was hoping they line it up perfectly with the hardcover editions that they're doing at Viz. And yeah, I think that's it. Can't believe they're still releasing Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Oh, and one more thing at Dark Horse, Creepy Archives 28. Glad they are going to continue this and finish out that series. I've got a bit to go because I'm still on volume 15. Excuse me. Man, you can't have that. All right. Moving on to March 20th. Don't look at me like that. Avengers Volume 3 Omnibus. This has 2 covers, and if you know anything about these direct market covers, they have been selling out like the first day, which is insane. So direct market covers go to comic book stores and places like In-Stock Trades, cheap graphic novels, Tales of Wonder. The standard edition goes everywhere else, like Barnes & Noble and Amazon, Walmart. So that's why those direct market covers are harder to find, because they're limited runs of them. And they get to be more expensive in the third-party end. So, yes, I will probably pick up the Arthur Adams cover because that's gorgeous. I love the new covers that they have been doing on them, the Alex Ross covers. Oh, shit! It's like 2 Omni Savage Sword of Conan. Good God. Oh, and it's got 2 covers. Oh, but unlike the last ones that we had, the last round of Conan omnibuses, I actually like both of these covers. This is the black and white Conan, retail price of $125. I was hoping for $100, but oh well. Return of Wolverine trade paperback, Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, Disassembled, X-Men Disassembled. Now, this is saying it's a trade paperback, but that's a $40 cover price on it for 10 issues. I'm thinking this is a hardcover. I think it was solicited as a hardcover. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection, Old Republic, Black Panther vs. Deadpool, Captain America Epic Collection, hell yes. Hell yes, I'll be getting that. That's got some Mark Gruenwald stuff in here. Captain America 387 and 397, and Adventures of Captain America 1 through 4. Like I said, I love epics. Iron Man by Fraction and La Roca, sorry. Complete Collection Volume 1. I already got the hardcovers of that. X-Men! Onslaught Aftermath. Holy shit, this is going to be an expensive week. Not my favorite story, but I'm an idiot completist. Collecting Uncanny X-Men 338 to 340. The annuals 96 and 97. Adjective list X-Men 58 through 61. Annual 97. X-Men Unlimited 12 through 14. And X-Factor 130. Hot damn, that's going to be an expensive week. Watchmen DC Modern Classics edition, because how many times can you reprint Watchmen? Apparently, the answer is not enough. New Teen Titans Volume 10, glad they're continuing that. Hopefully they continue the Omnis, because those stories are amazing. Authority by Brubaker and Wynn. Batman Arkham Ra's al Ghul, Batman Volume 9, The Tyrant Wing, I'll get that in hardcover. Hopefully they continue that. And hopefully we get an omnibus of this. This is Dark Knights Metal, Dark Knights Rising. I'm hoping we get an omnibus of this. We were hinted by Scott Snyder that one was going to come this year, but who knows with the new DC and what they're doing with their collected edition. Sandman Volume 6, once again, how many times can you reprint these books? Beast of Burden, Wise Dogs. Mask Omnibus, Volume 1, back in print. I'll probably be picking that up along with this book. Harrow County Library Edition, Volume 2. The first one sold out, or I'm sorry, yeah, it went out of stock, and then they brought it back into stock 2 weeks later. So, good for the Dark Horse. Swamp Monsters, Jesus Freak, Crowded, Exo Manowar, Deluxe Edition. These are hard to find later on, too. And, let's see, 20th Century Boys, Perfect Edition, Volume 3. Yes. If you haven't read this, this is one of the greatest manga ever. Everything this man does is amazing. And Sailor Moon Eternal Edition, Volume 3. That's for my wife. No, I'm just kidding. It's for me. I love Sailor Moon. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm man enough to admit it. All right. Moving on to March 27th, the last week of March. But not before I take Strider out. Give me a second. Okay, my partner in crime decided to go outside because it's a cold day. All right, so here we are with the Thanos Infinity Origin Omnibus that I briefly talked about before, but let's talk about this a little more. This collects Iron Man 55, Captain Marvel 25 through 34. That's a huge chunk of Captain Marvel. Marvel feature number 12, Avengers 125, Strange Tales 178 through 181, Warlock 9 through 15, Marvel Team Up 55, Avengers Annual 7, Marvel 2-in-1-2, Marvel Graphic Novel number 1, and material from Daredevil 105, and of course Logan's Run number 6. So this is pretty much all the earlier appearances of Thanos, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Thanos because I'm an idiot. Now, before this was released, a big chunk of this was released in the classic Guardians of the Galaxy Omnibus. So you may not want to double dip and just compare what the two have in them. So I may pick that up. I will be passing up on the Deadpool minibus. Not for me, but awesome for you if you get those. It's just a series of like mini-series collected in one oversized hardcover. Miss Marvel Volume 10, time and again. I wish that they would continue the omnis of these, but I'm thinking I may have to go the oversized hardcover route to finish that run up. Marvel Universe Superheroes Museum Guide. Cloak and Dagger Negative Exposure. I think that's from the new run, if I'm not mistaken. Or the Dennis Hopeless run, yeah. And Color Your Own Avengers. No. As Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Anybody read this? How good is this? I like Cullen Bunn. You know, well, most of his stuff I like. This collects 5 issues. I don't know if anybody's reading it, so let me know in the comments down below. Weapon H Volume 2. Marvel Knights Fantastic Four Complete Collection. Now, this was the run that originally they were going to boot Mark Waid and Mike Wieringo off of the book to make way for Roberto, what is his name? Aguirre Sacasa, that was his name. And Steve McNiven. This is the first time I found out about Steve McNiven, and I fell in love with his artwork. But then a lot of fans petitioned to keep Mark Waid and Wieringo on the book, so they gave Marvel, Joe Quesada decided to give this team their own book, and it was Marvel Knights Fantastic Four. So, beautiful artwork. The story's actually pretty good, too. What If with great power. I wish we would get a What If Classic Omnibus instead of stuff like this, but I don't know. I haven't been liking the new What If stuff. Sergeant Fury, Epic Collection, Howling Commandos. Oh, crap. We're going to start collecting Howling Commandos? So this collects Sergeant Fury 1 through 19. I didn't know about this. Or maybe I did, just slipped under the radar. Spider-Man New Ways to Live, trade paperback, Secret Avengers by Rick Remender Complete Collection. That's a good run. That follows up the Warren Ellis run. So this collects issues 21.1 and 22 through 37. If you've never read Secret Avengers, it's solid. Sandman Omnibus Volume 3, wrapping up the rest of the Sandman stuff. I've got them in Absolute, so I'll be passing up on this. But just to let you know, this collects Overture 1 through 6. It's a good deal just for that. Sandman Dream Hunters, that's the one with artwork by Yoshitaka Amano, the Final Fantasy guy, the Vampire Hunter D guy, the amazing artist from Japan. He also did a Greg Rucka book. What was it for Marvel? Wolverine and Elektra. Sandman Dream Hunters 1 through 4. That's the one that's adapted by P. Craig Russell. Beautiful artwork. Sandman Endless Night. Sandman Midnight Theater 1. Death, the High Cost of Living, the miniseries. And Death, the Time of Your Life. Death, the High Cost of Living being one of the most beautiful miniseries I've ever read in my life. And then plus stories from Vertigo, Winter's Edge 1 and 3. And much, much more according to the solicitations. I don't see that being canceled anytime. Batgirl Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 2. Awesome if you're getting that stuff, but my DC starts after Crisis on Infinite Earths. Mira Tidebreaker, Super Sons, Polar Shield Project. Don't know what that is. Flash Volume 9. Reckoning Forces. Collecting issues 52 through 57. Hoping that they keep doing these in oversized hardcover format. Harlequin Volume 2, Harley Destroys the Universe, trade paperback. Okay, so let's look at the others. Here's the pre-code class. I always wanted to try one of these pre-code classics, right? Just because they seem like taboo based on the name. Crime Clinic Volume 1, and they each come with a slipcase too, and Baffling Mysteries Volume 3. Don Rosa's The Life and Time of Scrooge McDuck Volume 2, Artist Edition. You almost got me. But man, those books are so expensive, and I know they're beautiful, and I love his artwork, and The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck is one of my favorite books, but $150 with a small discount, you're lucky to get it for $100. And I know what they are. They're beautiful, but and I'm a completist, though. I'll get one, and I'm like, no, I gotta get the John Byrne. I gotta get the George Perez. Yeah, nah. I ain't doing that. Drawing and Life Lessons from Master Cartoonist. House of Penance Library Edition. What is this? Dark Horse book, I assume. Peter Tomasi. Oh, I like the team. And I like the fact that it is a library edition. Disturbing Tale of Madness. Huh. Dave Stewart. Well, I like the team. Okay. Well, maybe. 35 bucks, depending on the price. That's Walt Disney's Donald Duck. Daily newspaper comics. I'm passing up on those. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I can't get this, but this is the Artifact edition of Bernie Wrightson's art with the cover of Swamp Thing. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. This is a new printing of it. Once again, those books don't have a big discount on them, so I gotta pass up on that. Lumberjanes 11, Boys Omnibus Volume 1. Keep in mind these are trade paperbacks, so don't get too excited. But it collects, what does it collect? Issues 1 through 14 and the script to issue 1. So a lot of the same things that the definitive edition had. Strangers in Paradise 25 Volume 2. There was a limited edition hardcover on Terry Moore's website. Let me know if you ended up getting it, because I'm waiting for a standard edition because I'm just a cheap ass that way. Disney Masters Volume 7, Mickey Mouse. I'm getting those in box sets. And box set Volumes 3 and 4 have just been announced. Now, I will be getting this because I enjoyed this book so much. This is 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, the hardcover. This is by Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss. I love this book. I thought it was awesome. Very underrated. I didn't hear a lot of people talk about it except my buddy Jess and a couple of the Omnibros, but I highly recommend that book if you didn't pick it up. And this is the hardcover edition. And I heard there was a hardcover edition last year for comic book stores only, but so I'll be picking this up. As far as manga, I don't even know what is so cool. What kind of manga are you guys picking up? I'd love to know what new manga. I mean, I hear of like Centaur's Life, and once I got reincarnated as a slime. I don't even know what that is. I mean, it could be good. I'm so out of the loop. I'm like an old guy that reads manga. And Love and Rockets. Is This How You See Me hardcover. I didn't even know we were still getting those. Archie Meets Batman 66. Wasn't that? I wonder if that was collected in the Batman 66 omnibus. Anyway, that's it. I gotta go get my dog. He's still outside, making sure he's not murdering anything. So, thank you very much for joining me. This is a lot of fun to do, and it gives me a chance to not miss out on books that I planned on buying by watching this stupid video. Yes, I watch my own videos just to keep track of what I have and what I'm going to be buying. Also, our panel show will be back next week on Thursday, March, what is that, 7th? Yes, Thursday, March 7th, we come back with our panel show. Very excited about that. It's called Many Happy Returns. My haul video for video games with Rob will be on Monday, I believe. Then my comic book haul, or my graphic novel haul for the month of February, will be sometime in Tuesday or Wednesday. But I have not forgotten about the Hulk Comprehensive Reading Order Part 2. That is coming out next week, I promise. I am going to work on that. I just finished reading all the Hulk that I needed to. I just wanted to do it justice. And that's it. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget, if it's minty and cool, no, god damn it, that's not even the tagline. Sorry, Amanda. If it's classy and cool, it must be near mint. Have a good day, guys.